We are live at Alumni Field for the 2025 season opener as the Jesuit Tigers meet the visiting Bishop Verot Vikings. Good evening, everyone. I am John Pedrero from the class of 1981. Welcome to Jesuit Tiger football. Great to be back for another season of Jesuit football. As you may see, a new field, new turf here at Alumni Field, a fabulous new scoreboard, the Chatterton family scoreboard, and have a whole crew working on it here tonight. So it is high-end, it's great graphics, and the folks in the stands are really going to enjoy it. So Jesuit, well, coming off of a 7-4 season, but let's talk about last week a little bit. Boy, was that interesting. At Sumner in the preseason game, a torrential downpour, lightning, thunder. It was a mess. Game got delayed for good hour and a half plus. Then it was determined that it would go running time. And then midway through the third, the thunder and lightning started again, and the Sumner administrators said, we're done. And they called it. Jesuit with a 7-0 victory in that game. But a couple of takeaways. I think maybe in the offensive side of the ball, you saw a solid running back in Hezekiah Davis. He's a guy that can really carry the load for the Jesuit Tigers in the running game. Had a big touchdown run, the only score of the game. Saw that Mikey Vernon is a player that you get him in the open field, he can go all the way at any time. So Mikey had a long touchdown reception, unfortunately called back because of a penalty. So those are the two standouts on offense. Maybe on the negative side, Will Griffin on one particular play got blitzed, and boy, he got squashed. And he did not get up right away, and you could just feel the collective gasps from the Tiger brethren in the bleachers. But Will got up, and he was okay, finished off the game. He actually is one of the captains, as you see right now, for Jesuit. So let's go ahead and name those captains. The aforementioned Will Griffin, the senior, number 11, University of Florida commitment. Number 19, the senior wide receiver, Jack Sansone. Number 13, the senior receiver, Caleb Smith. And number 55, the senior offensive lineman, the center, Jamison Thurber. Those are your Jesuit captains. So again, Jesuit coming off of a 7-4 season, made it to the second round of the playoffs, lost down at Port Charlotte. Hung around for a little while, but Port Charlotte pulled away in that one. A solid season, though, last year for Will as a junior. Threw for 2,213 yards, 24 touchdowns, only 4 picks, 110.7 rating. Hezekiah Davis, the leading returning rusher, rushed for 475 yards last season. Saw more action later in the season as the Bishop Verot Vikings take the field. Hezekiah averaged 8.1 per carry. The leading returning receivers, Mikey Vernon, caught 33 last season for 522. Caleb Smith, who got injured late, and I think that really hurt the Tigers late last season, but he's back healthy. 28 catches, 296 yards. So the captains for Bishop Verot, I see number 2 out there. That's Justin Rohde. I'm assuming that's the coach's son because Richie Rohde's the coach. Number 44, Dwyer Cameron, the linebacker, one of their top returning defenders. Number 10, J.J. Bowles. He's another top returning player at linebacker. And number 7, Micah Anderson. But the player to watch, though, for Bishop Verot is the running back, 0. I'm looking for him, don't see him out there. But that's Deshaun Jenkins. He rushed for 1,786 yards last year as a junior, averaged 137 yards a game, 22 touchdowns. He's a Bowling Green commitment, and he was the focal point of the offense last year for the Vikings. They do have to replace their quarterback. He was a good one. Carter Smith, big dual threat quarterback. He's playing for Luke Fickell up at Wisconsin now. So the Tigers they're in blue, tops and bottoms. And Bishop Verot, white tops, gold trim. Gold pants, I should say. Looks like we have a coin toss, I think. And I think Verot won the toss, and they deferred, is what it appears. So Bishop Verot deferred. Jesuit's going to receive, and they'll be heading toward the Chatterton family scoreboard in the south end zone. So unlike last week, a very nice night for football. No wind. Flags are just hanging there. No wind at all tonight. Just beautiful skies. And this is what you hope for in Florida on a Friday night. No rain. And Father Jacobazzi, Jesuit's new president, will be giving the invocation. He's standing out at midfield or right on the sideline here. So that will come up here in a moment. And here come the Tigers, as you see. Got some new camera angles here this season. And once again, all games are on the Jesuit Tiger Sports Network this year. Football, basketball, baseball. One platform on YouTube. No more Facebook. So it's on YouTube. I think it works better for all parties involved here in that one platform. So here's Father. Had a chance to meet him last week. And at this time, we are going to rise and have the invocation followed by the national anthem. Well, we almost heard Father Jacobazzi. Little microphone issues on the field, so we did the prayer here in the press box. So Bishop Verot is in Class 2A District 10, the very rare two-team district with Glades Central, which is always a tough program. So back deep for Jesuit, we have Carlo Thompson, the junior, number 4. Mikey Vernon's in the middle, number 9, and it's like Caleb Smith out there as well. Kicking off for Bishop Verot Vikings. Oh, they try a pooch kick. Little sneaky kick there, goes under someone's leg, picked up by Carlo, and he gets out to the 24-yard line. So, a little early chicanery there by the Bishop Verot Vikings with 2 kickers, and they tried a squib kick. That was interesting. But the end result is a short return. I don't think they wanted to get it in the hands of Mikey Vernon. It's 1st and 10 Jesuit at their own 24-yard line. David Hill goes wide right. No, Hill comes out, actually. So we have trips. Nope, 2 to the right. Got a couple of extra players in the huddle there. Inside handoff, Hezekiah Davis. It's going to get 2 yards maybe. And he is met by Micah Anderson, the senior middle linebacker. So Jesuit trying to go in between the tackles on that first play. Eric Smith was in there. The freshman, number 32, is a blocking back. Matt Thompson thinks he has a good future here at Jesuit. 2 wideouts to the left. Caleb Smith to the right. Shotgun formation. Davis next to Will Griffin. 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. Will, short drop. Quick pass, caught, dropped. He was looking for Carlo Thompson. A little short out pattern. I think Thompson was one of those receivers on the left. And he was well covered. Looked like he caught it and the ball was knocked out of his hand. So Jesuit facing an early 3rd and 7 here from their own 27. Very early here in the first possession of the game. 2 wideouts to each side. Passing situation, and looks like we're going to have a penalty on Jesuit. So one of the linemen. So Luca Norton, 70, is back. He had a knee injury last year. Did not play in the spring game. Don't think he played last week either. But the big senior right tackle is back. Brady Fogarty's in at tight end. 3rd and 12. And they hand it off. And that's Hezekiah. Oh, he's going to be, no, he got it. A delay handoff. Hezekiah Davis in between the tackles. Needed 12. He got 13. 1st and 10 Tigers. I think everyone was expecting pass there. And nice run, Hezekiah. Will rolls right. Pass is dropped. It was a low pass. And it was intended for Caleb Smith in the right flat, and he dropped it. So they were running behind big 68 on that play. Robert Bogle, the senior lineman. So Norton's the right tackle. Bogle next to him. Thane Swenson is the center. And they give it to Hezekiah again. The Jesuits going to have another 3rd and long. 10:40 left in the first. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Now they're calling it 3rd and 7. Again, 2 wideouts to each side. Mikey Vernon is slot right. Griffin. Crossing pattern caught. Caleb Smith. 1st down Tigers. Into Bishop Verot territory. More of a slant than a cross that time. But perfect pass, Will Griffin, and Jesuit is in Bishop Verot territory. Trips left. Now an empty set. Will passes to Hezekiah on the flat, out in the flat. He might have got a yard. Davis caught 6 passes last year, so it was not really a big part of the passing game. We may see more of him this year. David Hill goes wide left. Big body sophomore. Thompson and Davis switch spots in the backfield now. Davis goes in a slot position. Here's Carlo. No, Will keeps it. That was a called play, a quarterback draw, and Will Griffin is going to pick up about 3 yards. And Jesuit's going to face yet another 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 in 3rd down conversions. Here comes Eric Smith. So Eric Smith comes in. This is 32. He's a freshman. And he is a big body. 3rd and 6 at the 41. Griffin back to pass. Griffin, good protection. Pass is caught. And the ref says incomplete. It was Hill that had it. So it's 4th and 6 now. So we're kind of in that no man's land territory here. It's too long for a field goal. Could potentially have a pooch punt here. And Matt Thompson's thinking about it. And he is going to keep the offense in the game. Brady Fogarty comes in. It's 4th and 6. I formation. Griffin, play action. Griffin looking downfield. Incomplete. Play action. They were looking for, I think, Fogarty. So the Tigers do not convert in that 4th down play. So the Bishop Verot Vikings take over at their own 41-yard line. And the quarterback is number 5, the sophomore Austin Christian. Threw for 1 touchdown last season. Big shoes to fill with replacing Carter Smith. And that is a big running back right there in Jenkins. He is 5'11", 220 in every bit of it. So Zero's the guy to watch, but their 2 leading receivers are back too. Aiden Gonzalez and Bryce Shell. So some offensive firepower on this team, and they hand it off And the Tigers were waiting for Jenkins that time, and it's going to be a loss on the play. And that's Colton Haywood making the initial contact. Ooh, is that Jenkins down? On the first play of the game, I think that's Jenkins, my goodness. And it looked like he was holding his right leg on the first play of the game. And you can tell he's frustrated there. Wow. You know, you just hate to see that for whoever. I mean, first carry, Jesuit was waiting for him, and let's see if he can put weight on this leg. They're trying to sit him up here. But he was met by a host of Tigers. And he's up. Oh boy, and he can barely put weight on that leg. He's trying. But if he cannot come back into this game, this is a loss of epic proportions for Bishop Verot. And Jenkins is moving very gingerly, to say the least. Could be a hip or a leg on the, but that's tough. And he's just getting off the field right now. So we'll see what happens with that situation. It was a loss on the play, 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Looking downfield, man open. In the seam, they go deep on the next play. And that was Aiden Gonzalez. On the pass from Christian. It's a 39-yard gain on that play. Excuse me, 31-yard gain on that play. Handoff is to Thompson, the running back. It's Micah Thompson. And he loses a yard. They bring in another running back here, 8. That's Jadrian Carmo. So 2nd and 11. I think a guy that's really going to have a big part of this game is Rashawn Fitz, the middle linebacker. I mean, he was probably Jesuit's best defender last week against Sumner, the sophomore. They fake, and Caden Henderson in on that tackle, and he is assisted by Macho Mendez, the junior, number 33. .605 left in the first, no score. 3rd and 7 for Bishop Verot. Trips left. Christian back to pass. He looks downfield. Touchdown, Bishop Verot. They went downfield. That was 12. Gavin Whitmer, the senior. And Bishop Verot strikes first. He got behind the defender. And another good pass by Christian. So the Vikings with a couple of big pass plays, generally in the same area, right up the seam. Extra point attempt. High snap. And a flag. Kick was good. They may call running into the kicker here. They are on Jesuit. So this is going to be marked at the on the kickoff. We're going to have the first quarter water break. And we'll be back in a moment. 7-0. Bishop Verot leads, 5:44 left in the first. All right, back at Alumni Field. So Bishop Verot Vikings kicking off from the 45-yard line here. And they try the pooch again, and that would have gone out of bounds. Smith fielded it before it went out of bounds. That would have been a lot better field position for Jesuit. If it had not been touched, it looked like it was going to go out of bounds, at least from this angle. So Jesuit has 1st and 10 at the 17, their own 17. So we'll see if the Tigers can bounce back here. Griffin shotgun. And it's a handoff. And a tackle made by Nicholas for Verot on Hezekiah Davis, who maybe got a yard. So Jesuit trying to establish the run here early. Tigers have that veteran offensive line, all 5 returners. And they give it again to Hezekiah. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards, and it is going to be... Ooh, and Hezekiah's down now. I think he's got a cramp. So another injury timeout. As Andy Wood heads out there. Yeah, Hezekiah with the stiff leg there, but he'll be okay. He's got to sit out of play. But 3rd and 6 for Jesuit. Big third down here. Tigers caught Bishop Verot by surprise earlier. And that handoff to Hezekiah Davis. So Caleb Smith wide right, Mikey Vernon slot right. Will Telegdi, number 6, is in. He's to the short side left with Hill. And that's Carlo Thompson in the backfield. Will Griffin. Pass is caught in the flat. Carlo, 30, 35, 40. Nice gain, Carlo Thompson. And a flag on the play. Flag on the play at the 41. Let's see what this is, where they mark it from. It still might be a first down, though. And let's see where the end result of this is. Oh, this is 15 yards. Wow. Didn't see the signal from the ref, but it was a major penalty. I'm guessing maybe a crackback block or a blindside block. But it's 3rd and a yard. So they marked it from the spot of the infraction. It's 3rd and a yard. Tigers spread out. Will goes under center. He's going to keep it himself. I think he got the first. He did. First down, Jesuit. Will Griffin's hard to stop there. (6'3", 220-plus pound Will Griffin. So it's a first down, Jesuit at the 30. .325 left in the first, 7-0 Bishop Verot. Smith, Vernon to the left. Hezekiah Davis back in, that's a good thing. Telegdi in motion. Griffin back to pass. Griffin short drop. Griffin downfield. Caught. Mikey Vernon. Sure-handed junior with good speed. Big gain for Jesuit. It's a gain of 17 on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers. Fogarty, the tight end, in. Quick pass caught by Mikey Vernon again. So we'll just snap that out real quick, and it's a short gain for Mikey Vernon. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Carla Thompson comes back in. Two minutes left in the first. Tigers are at midfield. Will passing the flat, caught Caleb Smith. And they're going to give him forward progress to about the 44-yard line. Did not get out of bounds. So Jesuit facing another 3rd down here. Actually, they're giving him to the 43, so it's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 for Jesuit. At the Bishop Verot 47. And a flag or a timeout, let's see. Bishop Verot called timeout, so the Vikings did not like that formation. You can see Will Griffin. He was not happy with that timeout call by Bishop Verot, because I think he knew that he had a play there. He had the right play for Bishop Verot's defense, but coach has caught it, and the Vikings burn their first timeout. 1:09 left in the first, 7-0 Jesuit. So David Hill goes wide left. It's an I formation with Eric Smith blocking for Hezekiah Davis. Oh, and Hezekiah is met in the backfield for a loss in the play, tackled by J.J. Bowles. Tigers ran it, and they lost 2 yards. Tigers went I formation that time. Jesuit really must think they have an advantage here in the offensive line, but Bowles, who was one of their leading tacklers, got in a gap, and it is Noah Waldner punting. Good snap, Noah. High spiraling kick. And, they're going to call it flag on Jesuit, I think. Bishop Verot called for a fair catch, but there was contact made. Oh, boy, this might be 15 yards. It is. Wow. So this would have been at the 12-yard line. It's going to be at the 27-yard line. So that is not a good play by the Tigers special teams. So they're putting it at the 25. So 1st and 10. Austin Christian's shown an ability to go downfield. He's hit a couple of big plays. 12 seconds left in the first. And this is a long run, 50, 40, 30, 20, and knocked out of bounds. That's McCray Thompson as the period ends. McCray Thompson, similar build to Jenkins. He's a senior. And that was a monster run. And they knocked him out near the 10. Let's see. That was from the 25-yard line, so let's see where we'll get the official yardage on that. So they're marking it at the 11, so that would have been that's a 64-yard run. For a moment, I thought that was Deshaun Jenkins. So it's 1st and goal at the 12 quickly for Bishop Verot. Not the way Jesuit wanted to finish the first quarter. It's another run, and that's Caden Henderson on the tackle. Referee saying the runner was down. So that's a loss on the play by Jesuits, tackle by Jesuits, 4-star plus linebacker Caden Henderson. Loss back to the 15, that's a loss of 3. Boy, if Jesuit can hold Bishop Verot to a field goal here, that would be a moral victory. Christian back to pass. Good protection. Rolls right. Looking in the end zone. No, it's caught. And it's going to be 1st and goal. It is a catch by Connor Pierre, the sophomore, on a good throw by Austin Christian. That was good coverage. And he rolled right and used his speed, and it's 1st and goal. And that is a tackle for a loss there. That's Trip Keller, the big safety, the junior, who grabbed Thompson and wasn't going to let go. That is a loss of about 5 yards at least, so 2nd and goal. Keller, another in the long line of good Jesuit safeties. And it's a lob pass in the end zone, score. Touchdown, Bishop Verot on a perfect pass by Christian. Led the receiver and dropped it right in. Doesn't get much more perfect than that on that play. And Jesuit down early. This is Colton Lamb, the kicker, low snap, and he still got it. So it's 14-0, Bishop Verot, 10:16 left in the second. So Jesuit has really stuck to the ground game here early on, but they may need to open it up a little bit here. We shall see. Bishop Verot, one of these teams that's solid every year. Boy, they had a game last year against Venice. They lost, but the final score was 71-56. It's like an arena game. 20-25. Nice move and a nice return by Mikey Vernon to the 32 or 33 yard line, depending on the spot. It's a nice return by Mikey on that squibber. But Jesuit offense cannot go 3 and out here. I mean, this is a critical drive. It's the first game of the season, but a critical drive here. You need a drive as a confidence builder. You just need a drive to cut this to a score. Get a little momentum going your way. Mikey Vernon in motion, and it's a fly sweep. Mikey is slammed to the ground by number 8 for Bishop Verot. That's Jadrian Carmo, the cornerback. And he got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Trips left for the Tigers. Griffin shotgun. Will back to pass. Good protection. Downfield caught. Mikey Vernon. Nice gain to the 48-yard line. First down, Jesuit. Gain of 14. Trips left again. This is David Hill wide left this time. Now an empty set. Will passing the flat. Hezekiah Davis, 50. He's got a first down, 40, 35. Hezekiah down near the 30. Big gain Tigers. It's 22 on that one. And it looks like we have an injury for Bishop Verot. That's number 3, Robbie DeClona, the junior safety. But Jesuit going out to Hezekiah. I think that's his second catch out in the flat. Made some nice moves. Halftime, we'll try to get some other scores locally and nationally. First and 10, Jesuit at the Bishop Verot 30. Carlo Thompson next to Will Griffin. 2 tight ends are in, Smith and Fogarty. Carlo up the middle, trying to squirt through there, got a couple. Hezekiah Davis back in. Gave Carlo a yard there. So now the 2 backs next to Will. He may be calling an audible here. 2 wideouts to the right. Davis goes right. Will Griffin dumps it to Carlo Thompson. 20, 15, 10, 5, score! Touchdown Tigers! No flags on the play. And just what the doctor ordered. Little screen pass to Carlo Thompson, and he gets Jesuit on the board. And we said Tigers needed a big drive, and there it was. So this is Noah Waldner. And I think there's a flag on the play. Ben Beavers is the holder. He's the other kicker. And Xavier Naco, one of the better long snappers you're going to see. I think he's got a couple of college offers too. But here's Wallner for the extra point, Beavers holding. Another flag. I think this might be on Bishop Verot. Let's see. Yeah, that one's on Verot. Oh, look at Matt Thompson rolling the dice. The ball, I think the first penalty was on them too, maybe. The ball is basically on the 1-inch line here. And Matt Thompson, ever the gambling man that he is, brings back the offense. And let's see if Will goes under center. And he shoves Davis. And he's in. Davis, not by much, but he got the 2-point run. So it's 14-8 Jesuit. You know, the referees are discussing this. You know, referees have a discussion like this. A lot of times the end result is not a good thing. That was close. I think they're trying to decide if Hezekiah's knee. Oh, they say no good. He saw that coming. My goodness. I'm surprised Jesuit just did not put Will under center that time and let him go. But, boy, remember that one. 14-6 is the score. And just kind of hope that doesn't come back to bite you later. Wow. So it's kind of a deflating play, too. I mean, you had the nice drive, had a chance to go for two. And you went from a big high to kind of a low. So now the defense has to come through here. That's Beavers. And he boots it in the end zone. So Beavers doing the kickoff there. So the Tiger defense needs to come through here. And really, the guys on the second level, the linebackers, the Henderson, Fitz, Haywood, I mean, they are going to play a big part in this game, and run support, too, from Keller. Because McCray Thompson is a load. He's a backup, but he's a big guy, as we saw already with speed. Hand off to him again, up the middle. And he drags a couple of Tigers. And Colton Haywood on the tackle, but a nice gain for Thompson. He's going to pick up about 7 on that play. And he had a nice hole, too. Flag on the play. It's a sideline warning on Jesuit. So the Tiger defensive linemen are Big Adrian Morrow, 99, the junior. He's a big body. Luke Battaglia, 15. We'll see who the nose is. Can't quite tell the number. So bunch formation left. Another handoff and a nice hole up the middle and tackled by Fitz. First and 10. Crispton. Oh, that's got to be grounding. That's got to be grounding. Yep, he called it. It's grounding. Yep. Ref called grounding. He waited a moment, but that was a definition of grounding, and it's also a loss of down. They're going to mark it at the spot of the throw. Good pressure by the Tigers. So they have Robbie Taylor in at nose guard 65. Morrow 99 is an end, and Battaglia is the other end in this 3-4. But that was a huge loss. And it is going to be a second down. I think it's a water break here, by the way. Second down and about 28, give or take. .541 left in the first half, 14-6 the score. So Macho Mendez at a down lineman position here. Fake the pitch. Pass out in the flat. Caden Henderson was in on that tackle. I think Haywood was too. On a screen. And it is 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 for Bishop Verot. They have to get to their own 45-yard line here. Pass back to the other side of the field, and Caden Henderson was all over that. They're calling it incomplete. But looked right through a screen left. Caden Henderson read that, and Jesuit should get pretty good field position here. Big-time play by a big-time player, Caden Henderson, breaking up that pass. So Mikey Vernon standing near his... and Jesuit had to call a timeout. The Tigers either had too many men out there or not enough men out there. So Matt Thompson had to call time. So there was some confusion on the punt return team. All right, so now Jesuit had to burn that timeout. And Mikey Vernon feels it at the 39, 40. Cuts left, 50. Oh, they're going to call a flag. They're going to call a flag back at the 40-yard line. It's going to be... You're going to say it's an illegal block in the back. That was one of those borderline ones. It was kind of on the side, but the referees are generally going to call that. So this one's going back to the 20. They're trying to figure it out. Okay, so it's at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for Jesuit. 4:40 remaining in the first half. Big drive for the Tigers here. Remember, Bishop Verot receives to start the third, and I think they're going to respot this ball. If it's a 10-yard penalty, I'm not sure if it's 10 or 15 here. Yep, they're just changing the ball. So Carlo Thompson's wide left. Griffin, quick pass, caught in the flat. And this is Vernon, 50, still going 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, dives in the end zone. And they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 3-yard line. We're going to call that about 66 yards, thereabouts. First and goal. I think we said in the pregame, Mikey Vernon is the kind of player that get him in the open field, he can go all the way, and he's proven me right. I'm right every now and then. First and goal for 3. Davis next to Griffin, tight formation. Will keeps it himself, dives forward. He's going to be just shy of the first. Tigers brought in Wyatt Alexander, the senior lineman who probably would be starting for most teams, but he is like he's the 6th man on the offensive line. Second and goal at the 1. Shotgun formation again. Will keeps it himself. Pass in the end zone. Caught. Score. It was, trying to see who it was. Caleb Smith, maybe? I think that was Smith. Dead ball. Something on Jesuit. Okay, was that a score or not? Okay. Okay, they called illegal touching on that, so apparently a player who was not an eligible receiver caught that. Okay. So apparently a player who was covered caught that. So it's second down, back at the 9, it looks like. Ups. And Jesuit's going to go back 5 yards. Procedure on the receiver. So second and goal now at the 13. 3:04 left in the second. Bunch formation left for Jesuit. Griffin. Pass is caught. That's a score. Tigers went bunch formation left. Caleb Smith got inside position. He was the sole receiver on the right, and Will Griffin hit him in stride. No doubt about that. Touchdown Tigers. 14-12. So the Tigers are going to try the extra point here. A couple of nice drives for Jesuit. Wallner to try to make this a 1-point game with Beavers holding. Nocco the long snapper. Good snap. Kick is good. Boy, Xavier Nocco, talk about perfect snaps. Wow. I mean, that's about as perfect a snap as you can get right there by Nocco. So 14-13, Tigers have scored 13 unanswered, and the defense has to hold up again here. Ben Beavers to kick it off. Here's Ben. And this is going to be from the 5-yard line. And was that a fumble? Fumble! Tiger ball! Tiger ball! Tiger ball! So hard to tell on those who recovered it, but it looks like 23 Rashawn Fitz is pretty happy on the sideline, so I'm thinking he may have been involved in that. Keller, I'm told. So Trip Keller. On the recovery. I don't know if he was in recovery or the hit, but he was involved, I am told, in that pile of bodies. And there was your big play. So Jesuit, good field position here. Griffin shotgun. They're at the 21-yard line. Will. Handoff. Davis is tackled in the backfield by Micah Anderson. And he loses 3 yards. We have not seen Deshaun Jenkins since he was tackled and hurt on the first offensive play for Bishop Verot. 2nd and 13. Ball's back at the 20. Actually, the 19. Will, play action, rolls right, rolls right, rolls right, keeps it himself. Hezekiah Davis wanting a flag on that play. So Will runs out of bounds. He gets positive yardage to the 15. So that's a gain of about 4 yards. And Jesuit's going to face a 3rd down and 10. Smith comes in. Eric Smith. And timeout. Tigers call timeout. Eric Smith, the freshman, for those of you that have been watching Jesuit Tiger football for a few years, physically reminds me a little bit of Anthony Allen from many years ago. Great Tiger running back. So 3rd and 10 Jesuit. Tigers are currently in field goal range. They want more, though. Hill, Thompson to the left. Mikey Vernon is slot left. Smith is to the right by himself. Griffin, short drop. Looking in the end zone. Oh, just out of the reach of David Hill. And a flag. Now, if it's pass interference on the defense, this is not an automatic first in high school football. Oh, are they calling a helmet-to-helmet hit? Let's see. I think he called helmet-to-helmet. No, looked like that seemed, I might be wrong on that. No, they are calling helmet-to-helmet contact, so it's half the distance, and the down stays the same. So it's 3rd and 5, so a more manageable 3rd down. Griffin under center, play action. Will evades the sack. Threw into a crowd looking for Hill, almost picked off. And we're going to have a field goal attempt by Noah Wallner. Boy, slick move in the backfield there by Will Griffin. So Noah is going to try a 27-yard attempt. And he drilled it. Jesuit takes the lead with 1:04 left in the first half, 16-14. Tigers have run off 16 unanswered here. So Jesuit capitalizes on the fumble recovery. So I'm looking on the Bishop Verot bench, and it looks like Jenkins took his jersey off. Now he put it back on. So we'll see. And here is Wallner. And this is going to, it's fumbled right at the goal line. Henderson made initial contact, slowed the receiver down, and he is finished off by Trip Keller. But Henderson made contact inside the 5, forced the play inside to the 14-yard line.
have score vote. So what we're going to do is just pan at halftime.
Okay. All right. So 16-14. And they go inside handoff, not very far. Clock running. Tigers with one timeout remaining. Another inside handoff. And a tackle by Fitz. I think Matt Thompson may just be content to let this run out. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. And we're going to halftime at 16-14. Jesuit spotting Bishop Verot 14 points, and they come back to take the halftime lead. Thanks to all who are watching tonight on the Jesuit Tiger Sports Network. We'll take a break. Back in a bit. 16-14 Jesuit. All right, John Pedrero back at Alumni Field. 16-14 Jesuit leads. Have some scores to report. Interesting scores. Tampa Bay Tech 23, Venice 0. Assuming this is a rebuilding year for the Indians. They were nationally ranked for a time last year. Verot plays them in 3 weeks. Tech actually in their preseason game beat always tough Apopka 44-10. So watch out for the Titans this year. Clearwater Catholic and Berkeley Prep tied at 14 in the third. Interesting game up in Alabama. IMG against Hoover. Hoover, a traditional powerhouse, no score. Largo Pinellas Park, no score. Armwood 24, Gaither 0 at half. Wiregrass leads Plant 20-7. It's in the second. Wow, Jefferson 35, Sickles 0. That's at half, so that's going to be running time. Robinson still struggling. They're losing 27-0 to Brayton Southeast. Bloomingdale and Newsom with a tough game. Bloomingdale up 21-14 at half. St. John Bosco is one of the top teams in the country, and they will travel, and they have traveled down to Manatee to play the Hurricanes. And Manatee is getting a taste of St. John Bosco football, 31-0. The St. John Bosco Braves at half. Blake, future Jesuit opponent, district opponent, leads Plant City 20-0 in the third. Leonard over Pasco 20-6. Clearwater over Bartow 10-0. That's at half. And those are your main scores that we wanted to report. Tampa Catholic leads Trinity Catholic out of Ocala. Jesuit played them a few years ago. 6-0, that's in the first. Middleton and Lato, no score reporting. Likewise, Brandon and Chamberlain. Big game tomorrow, probably the biggest game of the week. It's Mater Dei out of Santa Ana, California, one of the top teams in the country. That's at St. Thomas Aquinas. So there you have it. So, Bishop Verot will receive to start the third. Momentum swung Jesuits' way. I think the really big play was that fumble recovery. Now I see number 0, Jenkins, in his helmet, walking, so we shall see what his status is in the second half. See if he's going to give it a go. But he was most definitely dressed out, walking with the offense, so maybe they taped him up, maybe he's feeling better. But it would look like he's going to come in the game, so we're going to see in a moment here. So here's Wallner to kick it off. Noah to the 3-yard line, 10-15. And the turf monster with the tackle on Jai German. And we do not see Deshaun Jenkins go out on offense. So 1st and 10, Bishop Verot at the 19-yard line. It's McCray Thompson next to Christian. Fakes the pitch. Looking downfield. Pass is caught for a first down by Aiden Gonzalez, leading returning receiver. And he gets a first to the 33-yard line. That is a gain of 14 on first down. So 2 wideouts to each side. And they go inside on the handoff, not going anywhere. Thompson. Adrian Morrow in on that tackle, as was Rayshawn Fitz. So the Tigers have Antre Lee at safety with King Powell. Jason McNeil is one corner and Cam Housley at the other. And it's a pitch play. McNeil with a hit. And Fitz with the aforementioned McNeil on that tackle. It's going to be 3rd down. So the Tigers have Trip Keller playing more of a linebacker position, it appears. With Morrow at nose. Macho Mendez at one end and Battaglia at the other. So they're having the big safety play a little bit closer to the line. And Henderson's on the edge. And Caden Henderson! Caden Henderson with a big-time play. How about that? Henderson lined up on the edge outside of the left tackle, beat his man, and that is a big, big loss. Big-time play by a big-time player right there, folks. Wow. So 3 and out in the first series for Bishop Verot. Snap, who kind of fumbled the snap. And grabbed by Mikey Vernon, 30 to about the 35-yard line. The Bishop Verot punter trying the Academy Award-winning performance there on the on a roughing the pass, roughing the punter attempt to no avail. So it's spotted at the 33, and the Tiger offense takes the field. I think I said 3 and out. That was not a 3 and out on for Bishop Verot. They made that first down with Gonzalez. Then they went 3 and out on their next set. So Griffin shotgun, Davis next to him. It's Telegdi in motion, pitch. And around end is Carlo Thompson, who's going to get a short gain. Had Thompson running behind Will Telegdi, the junior that time, trying to spring him to the edge. But Carlo gets positive yardage there. They're going to give him 4, so 2nd and 6. Smith, Vernon to the right, David Hill to the left. Carlo's in next to Will Griffin. Griffin rolls right. Oop, threw it low. So either couldn't tell if that was tipped or Will just lost the handle, but it's 3rd and 6. Thompson next to Griffin, looking for Hezekiah. Will Griffin keeps it himself. Will with a first down and a nice run. First down, Tigers. Will Griffin showing he can be dual threat. Big gain there to midfield. Up, I see Hezekiah. Just have Carlo Thompson in on this particular set of plays, but Hezekiah's there in the sideline. 1st and 10, midfield Tigers. 8:14 left in the third. 1st and 10. Tigers up 16-14. Will, handoff, nice run. Cutting left is Carlo, and he's going to get 5 yards. Eric Smith comes in. And here's Hezekiah. In for Carlo Thompson. So 2nd and 5 at the Bishop Verot 45. Smith Vernon to the right. Brady Fogarty's tight end left. And they fake it. Will looking downfield, and a crowd caught Caleb Smith. Will Griffin had one place to put it, and he put it right there in between the numbers for Caleb Smith, who may have a cramp. He comes out. He does have a cramp. Frozen rope from Will Griffin to Caleb Smith. Big time throw, big time catch. Tough catch. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Bishop Verot 25. Hill Thompson to the left. Fogarty's in. Carlo in motion. Flag. Let's see what this is. Procedure on Jesuit. So someone jumped. 1st and 15. Smith back in. That was a brief cramp. So a little bit of a mini stack formation on the right there with Mikey Vernon behind Caleb Smith, excuse me. Fake the handoff. Will looking downfield. Caught! Mikey Vernon. Another just subtle move by Will Griffin in the backfield, avoiding the rush. And hit Mikey Vernon in stride, who was running a kind of a deep outside cross to the sideline. And it's 2nd down and 4 inside the 20 for the Tigers. Hill and Telegdi are to the left. Smith to the right. Mikey Vernon, slot left. Will Griffin surveys the field. Will, short drop. Pass is caught. And David Hill went to his knees, and plays dead after that. He gets a short gain, so it's Hill, the sophomore. Big body, played a little defensive back as a freshman. And we're going to have a water break on 3rd and 3. So Jesuit forces a punt on Bishop Verot's first offensive series of the 3rd. And the Tigers go on a nice drive, some nice passes by Griffin to Vernon to Smith. His 1A and 1B receivers in no particular order. So 3rd and 3. Boy, the defensive play of the game so far, I think, is Caden Henderson with the edge blitz on that last Bishop Verot series. That was about as impressive as it gets. So Carlo Thompson is next to Will Griffin. Hill to the left with Telegdi. Mikey Vernon pointing something out to Will Griffin. Says, look at me. Will, back to pass. Good protection. Steps up. And they're going to call incomplete pass. So Will, with kind of a jump pass that time, to I think that was Carlo Thompson, who took a lick, and the referees were quick to call that incomplete. And we're going to have a Waldner attempt. This one's a little bit longer. This is 35 yards for Waldner with Beavers holding. So Waldner hit earlier. Good snap. Kick is up, and he missed it left too. You could just see right when Waldner kicked out, when it just kind of went line drive left. So really, the snap was good. Everything was good there. There was a good rush to Waldner's right. So he may have tried to rush that a little bit. But high school rules, it's not at the spot, it's at the 20. So 4:31 left in the 3rd. Bishop Verot takes over at their own 20-yard line. And they I think they're going to be accounting for Caden Henderson. Nearly picked off that time by Haywood. He had a pick last week against Sumner. They were looking for Camryn Hawkins. Second down. So Christian's a strong arm quarterback. He has a good arm. Shotgun formation, low snap, fake the pitch, and pass downfield. And that was almost picked off by King Powell. Powell and Lee had an opportunity there. They were looking for Connor Pierre, big receiver, 6'2", 200 up the middle. And had that pass been a little bit lower, that was right in Pierre's breadbasket. It's 3rd and 10. .402 left in the 3rd. Christian, back to pass. Now he goes deep downfield, overthrows everybody. Nearest person to that was King Powell, the safety. And it's 3 and out for the Vikings. So Jesuit again should get some pretty decent field position here. Mikey Vernon standing back near his 40. Snap. Kick. Hits. Fielded by Mikey at the 37, 40, 45. Midfield. Nice return by Mikey Vernon. I think he just crossed into Viking territory on that return. That's a nice return right there. About 15 yards on that return. Puts Jesuit in good field position to start here. David Hill and Will Telegnier to the left. Caleb Smith is to the right. Mikey Vernon slot left. He's been effective out of that slot position. Will, back to pass. Downfield, caught Caleb Smith. Smith was running a post pattern that time. And Will Griffin put it right in the numbers again to Caleb Smith. Smith running the post. Gets inside the Viking 25. Jesuit's veteran offensive line seeming to gain a bit more confidence as this game goes on. Bunch formation left. Smith by himself to the right. Will shotgun. Short drop, good protection. Downfield, he was looking for Carlo Thompson, who I think is going to be joining the Cramp Club here. He's down on the sideline. It's incomplete. So 2nd and 10, the 24. Two wide outs to each side. Will Griffin getting blitzed. And he was looking for Caleb Smith. It actually bounced off the back of the defender. So Jack Sansone is in the game, 19. I think that's his first appearance with Carlo working on a cramp. So Jack Sansone, senior wide receiver. So 3rd and 10. And this is Bam Pierce coming in, number 22, the freshman. So Bam Pierce is to Will Griffin's left, and Hezekiah is to his right. Will back to pass. Getting good protection. Downfield, score, touchdown Tigers. And Mikey Vernon with the cramp now. Boy, cramps are rampant. Touchdown Mikey Vernon. And he went down as soon as he caught that. So he's up and with the stiff-legged hobble, one leg here. So we'll give credit where credit is due. Bam Pierce, the running back, threw a nice block inside that time. Getting some kudos from his coaches. It's a big game for Mikey. And here is Wallner. Kicks good. And Jesuit goes up 23-14 on Bishop Verot with 2:22 left in the third. Good protection that time. And Will Griffin really could just scan the field. And really, Mikey had gotten good separation in the end zone. And another pass spot on. So the Tigers special teamers, King Powell, gunner on one end, and Trey Lee's in as well as a gunner here. He's taking Caleb Smith's place. Eric Smith in there. And that one is going to be a touchback. So Bishop Verot will get the ball at the 20, 2:22 remaining in the third. 23-10 Tigers. They've gone on a 23-0 run since spotting the Vikings a 14-0 lead early. Man in motion, low snap, inside run, and a good one too. First down yardage. It's a gain of about 17 yards that time, right up the gut for McCray Thompson, who's had some big runs today. Christian back to pass, looking downfield. Just out of the reach. There's McNeil on the coverage. Pretty tight coverage, too. That was just out of the reach of Gavin Whitmer. So 2nd and 10. Kristen shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. Now a man in motion. Inside handoff. Oh, that's stuffed. That's stuffed. Fitz was there. Adrian Morrow was in there. Several Tigers were in there. No gain on that play. 3rd and 10. Clock running, 1:14 left in the third, 23-14 Jesuit. Tigers blitzing, pass outside, caught. It's going to be shy of the first. It's going to be shy of the first. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And the Vikings keep the offense out on the field on this 4th down play. Looks like they're bringing in an extra blocker. A little bit of confusion on the offensive side of the ball here. Wouldn't surprise me if we have a timeout here by someone. No, they're going to let the clock run out. They wanted to let the clock run out so they could talk about it. So that's the end of the third. That was the strategy, let the clock run out. 23-14 Jesuit, and Bishop Verot is going to have a 4th and 2. So we're going to see if we can snag a couple of scores here elsewhere real quick, if anything's been updated. And the decibels are showing on the new Chatterton family scoreboard. Pretty cool scoreboard. Tampa Bay Tech up 29-0 on Venice now. So this is a big play, obviously. Vikings bring in an extra blocker. They have one wide out to the right. Oh, they jumped. My goodness. And I think that was the extra blocker, 73, I think it is, who came in the game. So now this may change the whole strategy, and it does. Pretty sure that was the player who came in late as the extra blocker, and he jumped. 77. So 4th and 2 turns into 4th and 7, maybe 8. And the punting team comes on. So that was a big mistake. You see things like that early in the season, though. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Snap is good. End over end kick. Headed to the sidelines, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see where it went out of bounds. Maybe the 30. Yep, 30-yard line. So as we start the 4th, the clock is running, and it should not be running. The clock is running. The clock is running, and it shouldn't be running. Yeah, they need to reset the clock. All right, so set it back to the 11:55. Left in the 4th. Smith far to the right. Telegdi also out wide. Handoff, Carlo Thompson. He cramped up as soon as he caught that ball. He was hopping on one leg. So Carlo may have come in a little prematurely there. So he is hobbling off. Yeah, he got the handoff, and he was one-legged. So 2nd and 10. Will Griffin shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left. Mikey Vernon in motion. Fake it to Mikey. Handoff. Nice opening. 40, 45, 50. Hezekiah Davis. Well-designed play that time. I think the Bishop Verot defense thought Mikey was going to get that on a fly sweep. And it was a handoff to Hezekiah, who had an opening to the left. And he picks up 20 to midfield. Big gain that time. 1st and 10 Jesuit. 10:35 remaining in the 4th. Well-designed play that time by Jesuit offensive coordinator Don Misick, and the Tiger offense ran it to perfection. Griffin back to pass. Rolls right. Pass caught. Caleb Smith, 40. Some extra yardage that time. And Caleb's going to get a first down. He picks up 14 on that play. Got some good yards after the catch. The Yak. 1st and 10 at the 36. Tigers putting a nice drive together here. Smith Vernon to the left. Eric Smith's in. Brady Fogarty's in. Davis slightly to the right of Will Griffin. They hand it off. Hezekiah, 30, powers ahead. Near a first, depends on the spot. Maybe a little bit short. Running to the Luka Norton side of the line that time. The Norton Bogle side of the line. Fogarty was there too, so figure he got a good seal block. That's where they lined up Fogarty and Smith on the right. Same formation here again. 2nd and a yard. Tigers have some options here on this play. And they give it to Hezekiah, who cuts left. He has a first down. 20, 15, down to the 10-yard line. And this is going to be more yardage. It's a flag at the end. Oh, they call a hold on Jesuit. My goodness. Called a hold on someone. So they're going to mark this from the spot. Late flag. So it's going to be 2nd down again. But 2nd down and 5. Yeah, 2nd and 5. Maybe they got a receiver downfield on that. It's hard to say. So for statistical purposes, Davis is going to get yardage to the infraction. So 2nd and 5. Trips right. Send Hezekiah out. Pass is, they were looking for Mikey Vernon, who says, I got tripped, and to no avail. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Tigers are kind of borderline field goal range here. This would not surprise me if this is 4-down territory here. 8:58 left in the 4th. Big Eric Smith, seen a lot of playing time tonight. He comes in. He's a big body. So Smith to the right of, now he moves up, right of Griffin. And it's Hezekiah, cuts left, and he makes, he's going to get the first. Nice run by Hezekiah Davis. Tigers running kind of a read option look that time, and that was a very late handoff. Hezekiah breaking some tackles, and he gets first down yardage. How about that? Haven't really seen much of the read option look in this game, but you saw it right there. 1st and 10 Jesuit at the Bishop Verot 25. Tigers might be wearing down the Vikings a little bit here. 23-14, Jesuit leads. Griffin shotgun. Man in motion, Mikey Vernon. Hezekiah again. He's got a hole. Hezekiah still on his feet. 10. Cuts right. 5. Down to the 2. 23 yards, Hezekiah Davis on the delay handoff. And the Tigers have found something to the right side of the line. 1st and goal at the 2. And I think we said Bishop Verot might be getting tired. Well, they just called timeout. I think I might be spot on that. So Jesuits at home next week against Palm Beach Gardens Benjamin. Tigers had to make the extremely long road trip there last year. I did not go to that game. And they won handily. But Benjamin's turn to trek north. So 1st and goal, Jesuit at the 2. Griffin under center this time. And touchdown, Tigers. Little sleight of hand, Will Griffin. Hezekiah right up the middle. And Jesuit has rolled off 29 in a row. And Waldner for the extra point. Kick by Waldner is good. 7:42 left in the 4th. 30-14 Jesuit up. So Jesuit week 3 is going to be going up to Valdosta. Valdosta came here last year. Tigers hung around. Valdosta won that game. That will not be a broadcast game, so I will not be making that trip up to Valdosta. So just FYI, I'm thinking it's probably going to be on NFHS Network or some other means, but just something to keep in mind there. And from the goal line, and the tackle is made by Rayshawn Fitz, 23. think that game's probably the only non-broadcast game of the regular season for me. So 7:34 left in the fourth. 30-14 Tigers. First and 10. Bishop Verot at the 17-yard line. And they're going to have to put it in the air here. I mean, they just kind of have to. They've got 2 scores. Make the handoff. Pass is caught. And a big tackle there by King Powell. Oh, and 2 Tigers are down. My goodness. So King is up. And the other Tiger, can't tell who that was. King Powell may have a stinger there on the shoulder. And the other player is a cramp. And it's 44 Haywood. He's up. So it is hot and it is sticky outside. And see, the freshman backup quarterback Aiden Alexander is taking a few snaps out there from Thane Swenson. See, Will Griffin appears to be okay, sitting on the bench. Second and 5. Looking deep down the field. Oh, nice defense that time by the Tigers, by Cam Housey. Pass was intended for Whitmer. Catchable ball. It just got knocked away at the end there. So 3rd and 5. So they've moved Keller back to safety. And that is caught for a first down. Housey on the tackle of Bryce Shell, but that moves the flags. Back to pass again. Christian looking downfield, and that is over the head of Shell. Haywood was back there covering. 2nd and 10, 6:16 left in the fourth. 30-14 Tigers. And this may be a water break. So again, if you did not hear earlier, all broadcasts this season will be on Jesuit Tiger Sports Network on YouTube. So Venice has gotten the board against Tampa Bay Tech, 29-7 in the fourth. Clearwater Central Catholic over Berkeley, final 21-20. Wiregrass Ranch is beating Plant 2014 in the third. Some other scores. Back to pass. Christian, oh, he's in trouble, and he is going to get sacked. Sacked by Luke Battaglia. Taglia with the big sack there. So 3rd and long. Plant City and Blake in a good game. 21-20 Raiders in the fourth. Trips left for Bishop Verot. Christian steps up and over the head of Pierre. And they're going to kick it away. So they wave Smith out. Okay, this. So the punt goes out of bounds. And are we going to have the freshman? Yes, we are. Aiden Alexander, number 12, the freshman coming in at quarterback. So if they wanted to get him some time here, maybe no, here's Will. Will's out there. Thought they were going to put Alexander in. The Will comes out. So Bam Pierce is the running back here. So the freshman running back, Bam Pierce. And he gets the handoff. And he is a nice gain. First varsity carry for the freshman, Bam Pierce, and he picks up 6 yards. So a glimpse of the future here with Bam Pierce. A low to the ground runner. He just carried guys with him that time. Will Weaver's in the game, 81. The one receiver spot. Sansone's in. Tigers, I think, are going to be keeping it on the ground here. Here's Bam following his blocks. He cuts left. He has a nice run to the 37-yard line. It's up 18 on that play. So Bam, Bam, 2 plays in a row. Austin Hubbard's in the game, number 80. And we're going to have encroachment on the defense, I think. We are. First and 5 at the 31. Fogarty's in. Clock running. Tigers in no hurry here. I think they're just going to be pounding it the rest of the way. Will. Bam Pierce. Bam. Look at Bam. Bam, Bam, Bam. He gets another first down. Boy, you just see the pile move with Bam Pierce underneath it. That is a strong runner. Wow. To the 19-yard line. Now Will goes under center. No, this is Aiden Alexander. Another nice run by Pierce. So Alexander is in the game for Will Griffin. So another glimpse of the future here, the freshman quarterback. And that was another 5-yard gain for Bam Pierce. Under 2 minutes left in the fourth. Eric Smith at fullback in front of Bam Pierce. It's been the Bam Pierce show on this drive. And here's Pierce. And that's about the first negative play. Now, the first play like under 5 yards for Pierce. He picks up a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 3. And I think we have Easton Brooks, the sophomore running back, in the game now, if I'm not mistaken. So 122. Left here in the fourth. Tigers have reeled off 30 in a row, 30-14 to lead the score. And they have a 3rd and 3 at the Verot 12.5. Yes, and Easton Brooks, the diminutive Easton Brooks, comes in the game. Sophomore back. So it's a shotgun formation. Alexander. Brooks next to him. Low snap. Brooks puts his head down and he is swallowed. So 4th down. So good for Brooks getting an opportunity there. Little guy, but you know, when he goes out, practices hard every day with everyone else. And Wallner is going to try a 31-yard field goal. It's good practice here for Wallner, too. So Wallner attempting a 31-yard field goal with Beavers the holder from the left hash. And that looks good, and it is good. So Wallner with the 31-yarder, and it's 33-14 Tigers, 1:14 remaining. So really, I think as this game progressed, what you saw was the Jesuit Tiger offensive line just really dominating in this game. You know, and you don't always see at the high school level offensive line continuity. And these are 5 guys who started last year as juniors, the top backup as well. So, you know, they're going to even progress more in game action as this season goes on. Big, veteran, open holes. You got a good running. Well, you got a couple of good running backs. Here's Wallner, squibs it. Out of bounds. Well, let's be honest. Not having Jenkins hurt Bishop Verot. I mean, McCray Thompson's good. I mean, he's a solid back. He had some big runs, but that's a superstar who went out after one play. And I see Jenkins on the sideline, and we wish him well. I mean, he's in uniform, staying. They just probably wanted to hold him out of this game. Under a minute. Oh, this is a fumble. This is a live ball. Oh no! The referee says incomplete pass. Oh my goodness! Matt Thompson turns around and has that "you've got to be kidding me" look in his face. That looked like a fumble. But ref said no. 41 seconds left in the game. Just thought, looked like Christian just lost that ball as he was throwing it. So maybe a couple of plays left here unless the Vikings get out of bounds. Christian back to pass. Looking up, dropped. And flags all over here. It's a Bruin Greep in the game. Brother Hayes, one of the heroes of that state championship team a few years back. "30 seconds left. A few fresh faces in for Jesuit. And there's a run to Thompson. Need to make sure we get some better rosters next week. Some of our numbers are off here, but we'll get that fixed. And that's it. And game is over. No, it's 9. No, I thought the referee had called it. There's a bit of confusion on the field here. So is there 9 seconds left? Are we going to end the game? Apparently is 9 seconds left. Looked like the referee was just saying game over, honestly. But there's a few random seconds left here, so... Bishop Verot coordinators just randomly walking across the field here. So that was a fourth. Okay, so it was a fourth down play. So the Jesuit just has it down here. And we'll assume Griffin's going to take a knee. And he does. And now it's official. And Jesuit wins 33-14 over Bishop Verot. So a good first game all in all for Jesuit. Tigers started off slowly but made some adjustments. Offensive line took over. Nice game for Hezekiah Davis. Nice game for Mikey Vernon, and Will Griffin. Just solid start to finish. Caden Henderson, some big plays. So both sides of the ball ultimately, after falling down 14-0, Jesuit put it all together. And that's a good start for the Tigers, and see if they can keep that momentum up going into the game next week here against Benjamin. So thanks for watching on the Jesuit Tiger Sports Network. Appreciate it. We had a lot of viewers tonight, so keep watching. A lot of good games this season. Once again, final tonight here at Alumni Field. Jesuit 33, Bishop Verot 14. I am John Pedrero from the class of 1981. And you've been watching Jesuit Tiger football on the Jesuit Tiger Sports Network. Have a great evening, everyone.